Okay. Hey, everybody. How are you? Um, how about an unscheduled live stream? I mean, why not, right? I got a couple of minutes to spare to goof around away from my responsibilities. So, so I figured, why not? We'll do a live stream. I'm going to work on this thing anyway. So, I got the decals on the Sherman last night, and the next step is just kind of final assembly stuff. So what I did when I assembled it was I left off the cupola and the cupola. That was the cupola hole. This is the cupola, right? The cupola, or cupola, or ricola, or whatever you want to call it, and the hatch. Two reasons. One, there's the little clear pieces go in here, the vision ports. And two, I didn't know whether I was going to do the hatch open or closed, and I still don't. But what I am going to do is just kind of go through the thought process of what to do next. So you obviously don't want to spray dull coat on clear parts, right? So that being said, what are our options? We leave the clear parts completely off until everything's done, weathering and everything. And then we put the clear parts on. Or we don't even use the kit clear parts and we use the where is it? The tester's clear parts cement. Ooh, look at that. This 55-gallon drum. This 55-gallon drum right here has been sitting on my workbench since I built the PBR, waiting for a home. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. So anyway, if you're not familiar with this stuff, come on. Come on, you can do it. This camera and I have not come to an agreement yet. Anyway, it says testers, clear parts cement, and window maker. And it's got this really long tip on it. Right? And I don't know what the stuff is. It's not PVA, at least as far as I can tell. It's something else, but it works really good. I don't have a no ingredient list on it. Keep out of reach of children. Conforms to ASTM Delta 4236. Great. Whatever that means. My point is you can use this in place of these clear parts. I do it a lot because little tiny clear parts are a pain in the neck to clean up. And that's being nice about it. So, with that in mind, we could actually attach the cupola, right? And even the hatch. But the thing is, I probably won't attach the hatch. I'll probably just leave it loose. I'll just let it sit there. Or maybe I'll just attach them both with PVA, and then I can just remove them. But the point being is I can attach them, weather the vehicle, and then put the clear parts in, or decide how I'm gonna do the clear parts. And that's most likely what I'll do. The question is, do I have any PVA? Because I don't use it a whole lot, and the kids do, and my wife does. Actually, my wife does more than the kids. I'm not sure. I know I have Gator's Grip around here somewhere, which is, as far as I can tell, is the same thing. It's just a tacky PVA. Well, what do you know? Gator's Grip acrylic hobby glue. So let's do that. We're going to do that, okay? Let's see here. I need to shrink this window down so that I can see if there's any mute. Nobody wants to listen to that guy. Right? Okay. Let me edit this here real quick. Sherman. Pot 2. Pot dos. There we go. So yes. And then we'll go back. There we are. And Chatteroony. Pop out chat. It's kind of like popcorn chicken. No, it's not. Not at all. Boom. I'm just trying to get everything up here so I can see what all's happening. And see the chat. I want to be able to see the chat, you know, just in case somebody's got a question or something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this Gator's Grip here. And yeah, it's really thick, gooey stuff. And I'm going to get a toothpick out of my drawer of toothpicks. You have a drawer of toothpicks? I have a drawer of toothpicks. I don't know why, but I do. And I'm just going to get a little bit of this stuff because I don't need much. And I'm just going to put about that much in there, and that's it. Why? Because I don't need much, right? Come on, Dagnabbit. Dagnabbit. You heard that one before? That's a technical term often used in Warner Brothers cartoons. I think by Yosemite Sam in particular. I think it's somewhat similar to Golly Gee on Gomer Pyle, but maybe not. And then here I'm going to do basically the same thing. I'm just going to put a little bit here. Now, this cupola, I believe, swivels. But I'm going to put it in a position like that where this hatch hinge is about, 95 degrees off of 12 o'clock. something like that. Because if I decide to use the figure, that's where it will fit best. How it'll fit best to have him looking forward. And that's the only reason, for no other reason than that. So, what next? Let me move some stuff around. And we'll put that up there. How's that? Is that better? So this thing, other than the tracks, it's assembled. So that's good, right? That's the ultimate goal, is to get it assembled. I have the tracks here. The tracks are done. They are not painted. We'll get to that. I need to look these up and see what exactly they are. I am not at all familiar with the older Shermans. That seems like something we need to do, right? Yeah, so I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, so let me what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Sorry, my brain stopped working. Did you just ever do that? My brain will just stop. Everything's fine and then it just stops. Okay, so we're gonna go look for Sherman tracks. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. So what do we got here? M4A3E8 78. No, just 8 track type. Boom. Sherman track types is the first thing that pops up. Wow. Okay, let's see. T66. Steel cast single pin, 23 inches wide. 23 inches wide. T84. What do we have here? It sure looks like that, doesn't it? T66. HVSS suspension. Okay, that's what we have. So this is what we have right here. Steel cast single pin, 23 inches wide. First track type for HVSS. So it's an all steel track. It appears that it's an all steel track. T66. Yeah, so I'm guessing that it's just all steel. Here's a, yeah, okay. That sure looks all steel, don't it? Oh yeah, that's all steel. Okay, well that answers that. And the rubber road wheels. So let me get this out of here. Let me move over to back to here and back to here. So I guess I can change that background picture since that project's done. I'll do that at some point. I guess I don't need that one either. Anyway, so it's an all steel track, and that's simple. So that's good to know. And if you're looking at it from the front, the little arch things that are in here, if you look at the track, it's got these things that they go up. So if you're looking at the front of the track, from the front of the vehicle, those should be up. That's important too. So at this point, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to weather this thing. I need to put the machine gun together. And I haven't really looked at that to see if it's better than the old style Tamiya machine gun. Yeah, it looks about the same. Nothing great. But I guess it's about on par with the rest of the kit. And there's the figure. You know what I better do is I better take these things out of here. Otherwise I'll throw them away with the rest of the stuff. When I start chucking stuff. See all this stuff? All this stuff, you know, the box and the extra screws and all this stuff that a lot of people keep. Throw it away. Throw it away. Trust me, you will thank me later. That way you don't end up with a whole bunch of stuff that you don't need anymore. Just piled up around like a giant fire hazard. Or a not so giant fire hazard. Either way, it's a fire hazard. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is the next steps will be to weather this and then yeah, weather it and dull coat it and get all that done, and then we'll worry about the clear parts and we'll worry about the figure. One thing about the figure, so these markings are for somewhere around Bastogne and 45, and it can actually be anything because it's just 2 white stars and 2 black stars. There's no unit markings or anything. So whatever, and we're their HVSS Shermans at Bastogne. Yeah, there were a few, but you know, there's really no. There's like one photo I think that I've seen that supports that, but anyway. So the point being, this can really be anywhere in Europe post January 45, really. So, and the reason that's important because it's important about the weathering. You know, if you're going to do this in 45 during the winter of 45, that's going to change the weathering compared to something that is running around in April of 45. You're not going to see a whole lot of dust when there's snow on the ground, but you're going to see a lot of mud. But you're also going to see a lot of ice, and maybe things aren't as muddy as they would be come April. So just things to think about, right? About what time period you're trying to depict. And you can get kind of minute if you want to. And if you're like me, it's just going to happen, right? Whatever happens, happens, and that's where you end up. But that's it for now. I'm probably I'm out of town this whole weekend. I'm leaving Thursday morning, so I probably won't touch this until next week sometime. I've got other things to work on, like income streams. This isn't an income stream for me. But you know, and unfortunately we need those, don't we? So, hey, I just wanted to, like I said, just jump in and real quick and kind of talk about the Sherman a little bit since I put the decals on last night and kind of give you my thoughts on it. And I guess that's it. We'll see you next time. Take care of the people you love. Bye now.